Alright, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to Okinawa, Japan for RIZIN number 32. We're going to the main event, 50 kilogram, 110 pound catchweight bout. RENA coming in at 11-3, taking on Miyuu Yamamoto coming in at 6-5. Now this fight was a rematch from a RIZIN event in September 2016. It was only RENA's second pro MMA bout, had a wealth of kickboxing and shootboxing experience before that. And for Yamamoto, it was her pro MMA debut. Before that, had years and years as a top level wrestler on the worldwide circuit. But so it's 5-6 years later, just over that, and Yamamoto was really looking for revenge because when she lost the fight to RENA the first time, her brother, the legendary Kid Yamamoto, said, "Don't worry, you'll get her next time." And unfortunately, Kid Yamamoto passed away from cancer a few years ago, so Yamamoto was really looking forward to getting revenge in this bout. So let's get into it. So in the first round, both looked to pick their shots early. They were both timing their power hands really well. RENA landed some low kicks also. Miyuu was able to trap RENA in the corner in the clinch, but RENA was able to fight her way out. Nice body kick landed for RENA. Nice left hand landed for Miyuu. Miyuu was in the southpaw stance. Both were showing good accuracy with their strikes. Then Yamamoto got a takedown at about the 3-minute 50-second mark. Both started landing strikes on the ground. Miyuu from on top in guard, RENA from bottom. And then RENA threw up her legs, had the high guard, threw up her legs for a very tight armbar. Miyuu Yamamoto was able to loosen it up and able to survive to the bell. Very close to finishing for RENA. But Miyuu survived, and we went into the second round. In the second round, Miyuu started finding a home for her punches early before landing. I'm telling you what, when I say textbook, I am talking about an absolutely textbook double leg takedown to RENA's guard. Now RENA immediately closed up her guard, started throwing punches from the bottom, but Miyuu, she started throwing some punches and some absolutely heavy, heavy elbows from the top. Landed one elbow that cut RENA above her right eye and had her eye starting bruised and swelling up. Just some really nice damage there by Yamamoto on top. Now RENA brought her guard high momentarily. After she let it down and opened it up, Yamamoto, I don't know why, but Yamamoto stood up and let RENA stand back up. And she was able to back her into a corner, but RENA was able to get out. And as they're standing there, RENA feints with her left knee. She throws a feint with her left. It's not really going anywhere. Yamamoto uses that opportunity to shoot for the right leg of RENA. And as she's shooting, RENA brings up the right, lands a perfectly timed knee to the jaw of Miyuu Yamamoto. Now, watching it live, it did not look like much from the angle, but when they showed it on the replay, it was just absolutely perfect timing. Hit the right side of the jaw of Yamamoto. Just really hurt her. No way, it definitely hurt her. Yamamoto turtles up. RENA pounces, starts landing punches to the head of Yamamoto until the referee intervenes and stops the fight at 3 minutes, 15 seconds of the first round for your winner via knockout, RENA. So unfortunately for Miyuu Yamamoto, she was not able to get revenge against RENA that she wanted so bad to, honor her younger brother, Kid Yamamoto. Unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. This was a good fight. Had a lot of action in it. And to me, it really showed just how far their games have come since their first fight. What was it? 2016. So 5 years ago. Little over 5 years. Both of their games have come a long way since then because they were pretty one-dimensional fighters at the time. RENA was still primarily a striker. She had slick submissions, but for the most part, she was mostly a kickboxer. And at the time, Miyuu, she was basically a wrestler. And they've both become more complete mixed martial artists since then. So this fight was a really good display on how far both of them have come since then. I'll tell you what, Miyuu Yamamoto's ground and pound is nasty, especially those elbows. I mean, she absolutely just beat up RENA from top in the second round with those elbows. Like I said, opened up a cut after the fight. RENA's eye was all swollen. RENA's probably not going to get the fight for New Year's because of that. Just really nasty ground and pound by Miyuu Yamamoto. And, unfortunately for Miyuu, she's going to go down on one of those fighters like with an asterisk next to her name of like what could have been. Because she's 47 years old already. And you didn't start fighting professionally until she was 42 already. Has 3 kids. One of them's an adult and corners her, Ursin. So it's going to make you wonder, how good could she have been had she switched over to MMA earlier? It's unfortunate, and it's not like she's showing any signs of slowing down, and she says she's not done yet, so we might get to see her develop some more, but you just can't help but think, like, man, what if she had come to MMA when she was still in her 30s? Unfortunately, that seems to be her fate coming up. For RENA, she might be, and I saw someone post this on either Twitter or the Sherdog forums or something like that. Someone said this, and I think I have to agree. She just might be the best finisher in women's mixed martial arts because she can finish from anywhere. She can finish standing. She can finish on the ground. She has so many different ways to finish. She just might be the best finisher in the women's divisions. Feel free to agree or disagree on that. But I mean, she can knock you out with strikes to the head, strikes to the body, all types of strikes, and she can submit you. The variety is there, and they are everywhere. So she just might be the best finisher in WMMA. So let's talk about things to work on. Keeping with RENA, I'd like to see her continue to work on her takedown defense. Granted, getting taken down by a world-class wrestler like Miyuu Yamamoto, no shame, but still, you want to work on that. If you're a striker, you want to be able to stay on your feet. So work on that takedown defense some more. Also, I'd like to see her open her guard more. She only seems to open it up when she wants to try to slap on a submission, and it's become kind of obvious to her opponents. I'd like to see her open her guard more to work on sweeps or to work to get back to her feet. So takedown defense and opening up the guard more. For Yamamoto, got to be able to read what your opponent is doing. She kind of fell for that feint with the left knee and dove for the right leg, and I think RENA timed it perfectly, just kind of trapped her off of that. So that was really good for RENA, but Yamamoto's got to learn how to read those little things like that. I mean, I think when it comes to like grappling, she can read what her opponent's going to do. But when it comes to the striking, that takes a lot of time to really learn how to, read your opponent's moves, and it's something that you just have to really work on doing. Now for fights to make, sticking with Miyuu Yamamoto. So Seika Izawa, the current Deep Jewels strawweight champion, just had her super atomweight debut last month at Deep 104. And that was basically a signifier that if she won that fight, she was going to get called up to RIZIN. I think you can easily book Yamamoto versus Seika Izawa in time for New Year's Eve. Yamamoto's got a bit of a black eye, but other than that, she seems fine. So that'd be a really nice fight for RIZIN's New Year's Eve event between, the Yamamoto, who everyone in Japan knows, or at least recognizes her, and it'd be a good debut for Seika Izawa. For RENA, you know what? I think now it's now or never at this point. Book the fight between her and Ayaka Hamasaki. They both train together at Abeani Combat Club, but both are willing to fight each other, and both are hinting that they're getting close to retirement. RENA's only 30, but she's been hinting at retirement for a while. And Ayaka Hamasaki also said, she's getting close to retirement as well. She's 38. So at this point, it's now or never. And both said they're willing to fight each other. You might as well hurry up and make this fight. I think at this point for RIZIN, it's now or never. So go ahead and book Ayaka Hamasaki versus RENA. Let them scrap. So those are my thoughts on the RIZIN 32 main event between RENA and Miyuu Yamamoto, the rematch. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Share it on your various social media platforms as well. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to Wmma Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.